Okay, I've done a little bit more on the watering system. Cleaned it up, got rid of a lot of the jumpers because they were just getting in the way. And right now I've taken off the watering solenoid because I'm trying to test it out. And it's rather awkward to test out something that's meant to water for so many minutes once a day. So what I have done is, in the code, and I don't know if this will pick it up properly, maybe not, but basically there's a big loop here asking, do I water today? And as I've set it to water every day, the answer is yes. Do I water this hour? And I've set it to water every hour, so the answer is yes. Then start watering, and it'll then water for the number of minutes that we set it for. Currently I've set it for 1 minute. Now because, I'm not going to sit around all day waiting for every hour to go by, I've set it up such that it dumps out the time and date onto the serial monitor. And here you are, just loaded the serial monitor and it's showing the first watering time. Now I can just let it sit and run, and every time it waters it will just display date and time on the monitor. And as you can see, the relay is on, you can just see the green light, and it's currently set for 1 minute. So that's good. And so far it checks out real well. Now another thing I've got hold of, let me move that out of the way, is this wonderful semi-flexible solar panel. It gives out about 18 volts at about half an amp. I'm trying to get all these cables on the desk. It's cabled up for crocodile or alligator clips, I guess, plus also a cigarette lighter or 12 volt car port, as they like to call them nowadays. Take that out. There. Now this thing could more than adequately power the watering system, except for the half amp required to turn on the water solenoid. So even though I could just plug this guy in straight into this USB port and connect it from here to here, it'll run more than happily. But it can't provide the half amp to open the solenoid. So somewhere in the middle I'm going to have a bunch of batteries. The ones I'm looking at are iron lithium or lithium ion, and I got these two currently in the charger, but apparently they're not very happy staying in the charger, so I put an elastic band around them. These output 3.7 volts each, so I really need 3 of these to give me my 10-11 volts. So what I intend to do is have the solar panel go through a little charging unit and charge these batteries. Then the power from these batteries will then go to the watering system and run it. And as I say, for example, if you just open the solenoid once a day for 20 minutes, it's going to draw over the day. That current draw is very, very, very small, because you're just basically taking 20 minutes out of a 24-hour timescale. But unfortunately I do need these batteries. But it's looking excuse me, it's looking really good. I do have a excuse me, a little solar panel input to charge batteries with an output to power devices unit on its way. I can't remember if it's coming from China or not. Either it was remarkably cheap, so indeed all I have to do is connect the solar panel to this little regulator box, if you like, that will identify the battery type and charge it correctly, in theory, and then it will have an output to power this device. So the device will actually be running off the batteries, and the batteries will be charged by the solar cell. I think that's going to be quite cool. And these things are actually, well, they sold them as semi-flexible, so I guess you can bend them a bit. But ideally, you know, you just stick this in one of the windows in the greenhouse, just with some little double-sided sticky tape. Then on the back I mount the battery pack and regulator, and could even mount the watering system, but that might be a bit clumsy because you're going to have a hose pipe leading to it. But we'll see. Good fun. Bye.